Father Bryan Massingale is our guest here on the Busted Halo Show. He's a professor of theological and social ethics at Fordham University. Do you see in your work with young people, do you see hope, change? Is now a moment? I mean, we can look back on the history of America, and we might have looked back and saw, well, maybe here's the moment when the 13th Amendment was the moment. Maybe in the early 20th century, maybe the 1960s, civil rights, Dr. King. It seems like there's been a lot of moments, and some has changed, but still a lot has not. Does this feel like a moment, and how can we capitalize on that?
I don't know if this is a moment or not. When I'm most optimistic, I say that this could be a turning point that, for example, during the 1960s and 1965, Bloody Sunday happened in Selma, Alabama, when the police cameras captured, when press cameras captured peaceful demonstrators being clubbed viciously by the Alabama State Patrol. There were dogs and water cannons and tear gas turned on these people. That became a moment when not lefty liberals, but moderate whites said they were sickened. And they said, this can't be. I think what really what happened to George Floyd isn't new. We've been dealing with this since Trayvon Martin, since Michael Brown, since Tamir Rice, and there have been hundreds of these events. And each time we get there, it seems that we were met with incomprehension. People say, well, he did something to cause this. He did something to deserve this. With George Floyd, people saw that for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, this man did nothing to deserve being killed. I think that was a real wake-up call to people saying, oh, there really is something profoundly broken here. I'm hoping that this is the kind of moment that leads to a real change and not simply a flash in the pan. But I think it really depends upon what ordinary Americans and ordinary Catholics do. We don't want ordinary Catholics to simply say, oh, well, okay, let's do something, let's have a commission or something, and we can move beyond this. I think this is a call for deep personal examination and to ask, where in my life have I been willing to tolerate racial exclusion? Where have I noticed something being obviously wrong and not chosen to speak up?